and colors of the Korean flag, it signifies the fact that the Korean American community is valued and that we matter and that we're part of the larger fabric and family of Los Angeles.
We know that Los Angeles is for everyone, and it's important to celebrate each other, and that's what we're doing right now.
Preparing for college is an intimidating process, made a little easier by the Los Angeles Public Library. Their workshop at the Chinatown branch broke down the application process, highlighted what to expect, and featured a local success story.
So today we're here at the Chinatown Branch Library for a Get Ready for College program.
We are here today to talk about the college admission process at the Chinatown Public Library as one of the assistant directors of admission, and also as someone who's from Chinatown. I think it's a great honor to be able to come here, talk to the students, give a little bit more insight about it, and also share my story as well.
Oh, we got questions. All right.
I showed up to the college workshop today because I am a rising junior, and I wanted to know more about the college process and how to be, get a better chance to getting like some colleges like UCs that, are closer to me.
Today I want to talk about the Panda way of approaching college app.
Going through college is a hard, long process. Basically, you need to read all the applications yourself. You need to decide whether you want to go to a big school, a small population, what curriculum. So today is more for, instead of you diving through by yourself, there are people here just to walk you through, to guide you through, to give you pointers on where to go to find out more information on what you need.
Focus on writing about yourself and your own story. So the difference between college and high school is a lot. I think applying to college, you realize that there's ways to kind of pursue your career for the long run. And also, it's a very different environment. You meet folks from all over the world. You are also learning about yourself. You're living on your own. So I think there's a big difference in terms of just kind of figuring out your purpose, and you're also in an environment to do so.
Are there specific topics that students should avoid?
I think it's really important right now to get this information since there's so much, misinformation about college.
I hope after this event that students are able to kind of feel less intimidated by the college application process. So I hope I was able to give them the confidence to apply and also ask questions and share their story with us.
So thank you so much for being here.
Providing a cleaner environment in South LA, Councilmember Curran Price celebrated more green spaces and links between the area's parks, rolling out an expansion of the Greenway network in South LA.
Today we're going to be announcing expansion of the CD9 Greenway network. We're excited to be here today to celebrate the importance of open space, green space, rededicating the commitment CD9 has to creating a livable environment for kids, for seniors, for all. Initially, our Greenway encompassed Slauson from Normandy to Compton Boulevard. We also quickly incorporated Avalon because along Avalon we have 3 parks and a bikeway. And last week we inaugurated the Greenway along MLK, and so we've got an interesting network. A Greenway network in CD9. And today we're going to be celebrating that. We're kicking it off this morning, and then we're going to take a bike ride.
Ese corredor verde, que es el que precisamente recorrimos ahora, a mí me llenó de alegría porque vi toda la comunidad, niños, adultos, mayores, feliz nada más y esperando que vengan más eventos, ¿verdad? Como este, porque la comunidad lo necesita tanto y pues estamos muy felices y agradecidos.
Sentimos que estamos en una área que cada vez está más segura. Hemos visto que hay menos baches, los niños pueden correr con sus bicicletas muy seguro, con sus scooters, que no tenemos ese problema ahora de que se nos van a caer.
I really like it, and I do see a lot of the community coming out, and it makes me happy and proud that we have a place to come and gather where people can exercise and live a healthy life.
Some would say that District 9 is a concrete jungle, but what I see what the councilman is doing, he's opening up green spaces. It's just wonderful to be able to walk into a community where you can have some peace, some quiet, and just think and meditate.
El concejal ha hecho todo esto para nosotros, para nuestra comunidad. Ese es el legado de él y la verdad es que yo vi crecer a mi niña aquí y ahora veo cómo disfruta de los parques y de todos los beneficios y todas las cosas buenas que ha hecho para nosotros. Así es que eso es un llamado también para la comunidad, para que venga y vea realmente las zonas verdes donde están, ayuda al medio ambiente y también, como repito, te ayuda sanamente, mentalmente y también tu cuerpo.
Folks need to be able to enjoy their environment safely, and the environment needs to be again conducive for that. And so we encourage open space, green space, and folks to walk, to bike, and to enjoy the outdoors.
$4.5 million of stolen cargo is recovered. San Fernando Gardens gets climate resilient, and there's a new general manager at the city's El Pueblo Historical Monument. These stories up next on City Beat.
The Los Angeles Police Department's Commercial Crimes Division announced the seizure of $4.5 million in stolen property and the arrest of a key individual for retail and cargo theft. LAPD worked with LA Port Police and Union Pacific Police to recover tools, appliances, e-bikes, and other items which were being fenced through a storefront and online platforms. According to LAPD Chief Jim McDonald, protecting the integrity of the supply chain is vital to public safety as well as the economic stability of Los Angeles. Anyone with information on retail or cargo crime is urged to contact Crime Stoppers, where tips can be reported anonymously. For more information, visit lapdonline.org. LA City Housing Authority, HACLA, was joined by Congresswoman Rivas to tour new energy-efficient upgrades at San Fernando Gardens. Federal funds of $3.5 million are being used to bring more sustainable and resilient living conditions to nearly 1,500 residents. HACLA is installing 448 energy-efficient air conditioning units donated by the Office of Mayor Bass and the LA Department of Water and Power. The community center at San Fernando Gardens has also been upgraded to serve as a resiliency center with backup solar power energy in case of a heat emergency. According to HACLA, extreme weather adversely impacts the San Fernando Valley, and these enhancements will improve the quality of life for public housing residents. For more information, visit hacla.org. LA City Council has confirmed Dominica Lynch as the new general manager of El Pueblo Historical Monument and its first Latina leader. A graduate of the University of Southern California, Lynch has more than 20 years' experience in nonprofit organizations supporting Latino and other underrepresented communities. According to Mayor Bass, El Pueblo's leader needs to preserve its history and activate business and event space, especially during this challenging time for immigrant communities. Lynch will begin as general manager of El Pueblo on October 20th. For more information, visit mayor.lacity.gov/press.
Councilwoman Heather Hutt celebrated with community members as the city designated the home of Tom Bradley a historical monument. This was just one of a series of African American landmarks being honored, adding to the rich cultural tapestry of Los Angeles.
It's so exciting. We're at the home of Tom Bradley. He was a mayor for 20 years in Los Angeles, and he was a council member right here in the 10th District first. We're in Lamert Park, and what we've done is designated his home as a historical monument. His children are here, and they've been able to talk about their experience growing up in a community that wasn't really as multicultural as it is today. And then coming from that, we're going to St. Elmo's Village to talk about its contributions to the city. And then we're moving to Catch One, which was Jewel Tyus Williams' big club for LGBTQ community.
The African American Historic Places LA project is a joint project between the City of Los Angeles' Office of Historic Resources and the Getty Conservation Institute. So some of these sites that we're designating are not architecturally significant or have an architecturally high style, so you could miss them. St. Elmo Village is an artist enclave, a set of 10 bungalows that were created by Roderick and Rozelle Sykes because they were shunned from the art world. They couldn't get their paintings sold in mainstream white art institutions. And they also wanted an opportunity for anybody, people of color, anybody, to have access to art. And then Catch One, sadly, we lost Jules, who was the owner and creator of Catch One, and she opened the first black gay disco in the United States. And that was also during a time where folks were still ostracized. So that club became a haven for everyone. It's a symbol of hope for the LGBTQ+ community now, and it still operates as a dance club. So if you walk down the Tom and Ethel Bradley residence and that plaque wasn't there or the signage wasn't there, you would think that it was an ordinary home. It is an ordinary home, but it has an extraordinary story. He and his family bought this house at a time where there were restrictive covenants, where non-whites couldn't live in the community. So they broke barriers, not only broke barriers in the community, but broke barriers in the police force.
My sister and family moved here. My parents, brave as they were, to make that move in 1950, to come to this area where we were not appreciated, where we were actually hated.
Riding down the street and seeing all the neighbors come out waving, and I was afraid. Like my mother said, she didn't know what she was driving up into.
Took the neighbors a long time to come to the realization that we were just like them. And because of it, there's a whole generation out there that are benefiting from the courage that Mom and Dad had.
So we're just showing what historical locations we have in the 10th District. It's a very exciting day, especially for folks that have worked hard to commemorate these spaces at a time where so much of our history is trying to be erased.
Summer fun at the pool is a chance to try out all the activities that LA City's Department of Recreation and Parks has to offer. Time to swim by the Westwood Rec Center and dive into their pool party.
So today we're at the Westwood Rec Center, and today we're doing the pool party that we host annually every summer. We're working with Council District 5, and we're here to support the West LA community. And basically what we do, we introduce them to our Learn to Swim programs, our small crafts programs, and today we have a fortunate opportunity to introduce our Wibbit that they're utilizing, and they're having a blast. We have a small craft program where we introduce Learn to Surf, Learn to Paddle, and then we also do Learn to Kayak. So, giving the community members an opportunity to see those that they don't normally see, and it gets them more prepped for open bodies of water.
My kids have loved coming to the Westwood pool. My older one has been doing swim team, she did Camp Splash, and the littler one is taking little lessons here now. So this place is like home, we love it. They love the slide, that giant inflatable slide. They went on it 5 or 6 times. And then they enjoyed the food, of course. And I think they're going back in right now to go back on that slide, but maybe they'll do some paddleboarding too.
This is a fun park. I love it. And it also has a nice swimming pool. With this lovely winter jungle gym, I call it. It's really fun. I love it.
I love it.
So all of our pool parties are free to the community. We want to get as many people introduced to our aquatic facilities. We want everybody to know that they have a pool in their neighborhood, and we want them to feel supported, and we want them to be introduced to a lot of our programs to make them feel safe, and mainly to educate them on water safety.
Sex trafficking of minors is taking place in parts of Los Angeles. LA City Attorney Heidi Feldstein Soto has made disrupting the demand her top priority. She highlights a number of tactics being brought to bear on those committing these crimes.
I came into this office and I was surprised at what I found in terms of how human beings treat our young people and our kids. And my first project, in collaboration with Mayor Bass and Councilmember Marquise Harris Dawson, was focused on the sex trafficking of minors. Protecting our children and sort of finding ways to stop the exploitation and abuse of our kids has been one of my top priorities. I focused on what's known as the kiddie stroll, Kiddie, about little children. And these are kids who are taken out and paraded on the street for sex. In the Figueroa Street Initiative, we have rescued over 200 minor children, the youngest of whom was 12. And we've delivered them into the hands of service providers and helped them get off the streets. We've also focused on shutting down the motels that are crime magnets and who don't bring themselves into compliance with applicable law, and on arresting felons, predators, pimps. We've referred, I think, 74 cases to the U.S. Attorney or the DA's office for prosecution. And probably one of my favorite things that I learned in the course of this initiative is we send out Dear John letters. So part of our effort is to disrupt the demand from the adult men who are there to purchase sex from a young child. And we have surveillance cameras. We get a picture or a photograph of the automobile with the license plate and of the man basically doing the transaction for sexual services. And we send the photograph and a letter to the registered owner of the vehicle saying, "Dear registered owner, your car has been seen in an area known for human trafficking of minors. Please be aware we're conducting operations in the area and be more careful." The registered owner is usually the spouse. And we're going to stop the illegal street walking trafficking of our kids on Figueroa and on what's known as the Sepulveda track in the valley. For the parents of children where the parents think they may have been abused, please report it to the LAPD. They have officers trained in working with very young victims, and they will get it into the right hands. If you're undocumented and you're not comfortable reporting it to the LAPD, my office has a helpline. We have a program that's dedicated to children exposed to violence. I note that I am the first female city attorney. I'm the first Latina elected citywide. And so many of our young victims are Black and brown girls. From my perspective, there is no higher calling to a prosecutor than protecting the vulnerable, than being sure that justice prevails. And when you're talking about little kids, they don't have their own voice without help from their families and without help from prosecutors like me. And so from day one in the office, really sending out a message that abuse of children, and specifically sexual abuse of children, will not be tolerated, not in the city of LA and not by this city attorney.
A face-to-face community space that exposes arts and music to all. At the William Grant Still Arts Center, people can be themselves and become part of a greater collective, reflecting the community and supporting local artists.
The mission behind the William Grant Still Arts Center is one that is based in art and music exposure to the community, very intergenerational in our programming that includes yearly exhibitions, there's concerts, film screening, workshops, after-school classes, all into sharing about art and music in the community.
You learn from everyone, whether that be the Black Doll Show, the African American Composer Series, working with youth as well. So we're constantly learning from each other, and I think that's something really beautiful about the center and what space it creates for the community.
One of the great things about our community art center is that we allow the community to be themselves as they are, using the language and vernacular that's local, using the codes and cues that are local, but also tapping into a greater discourse that's national and international.
The programming that is offered and the way that it is offered, it can foster relationships, but also just having a face-to-face space to come to convene, to find solace. Yeah, it's important.
I really admire the center and have much love for the center for the space it creates. Having a physical space that offers things that are tangible, you're able to connect with others.
So one of the things that's really important about a community arts facility, it is actually owned by the people of Los Angeles, meaning that the people of Los Angeles know and get exactly what they want. It's an added resource. It's exhibitions that feature local artists. So we want to continue this. We want to foster this. LA has been the place that a lot of artists have come out of, and it will continue to be as long as we support community facilities like these.
In this week's Things to Do, Los Angeles Libros Festival celebrates much more than books. Go arm in arm to the Festival of Philippine Arts and Culture and join the city of LA for El Grito 2025. All this up next on Things to Do.
The Los Angeles Public Library invites you to read, dream, and celebrate with them for the Los Angeles Libros Festival. Now in its 7th year, the Libros Festival is a free bilingual book festival for the whole family. The celebration creates an inclusive cultural space to engage and inspire current and future generations of bilingual Angelinos. With 16 authors appearing during the day, there'll be entertainment and fun with Spanish language and bilingual storytelling, musical performances, workshops, readings, and community. Head to downtown's Central Library for the Los Angeles Libros Festival on Saturday, September 13th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit lapl.org/Libros. Join LA City's Department of Cultural Affairs and Phil-Am Arts for the Festival of Philippine Arts and Culture. This year's theme is Arm in Arm, reflecting unity, resilience, and the vibrant spirit of the Filipino-American community. On Saturday, September 13th, come to Point Fermin Park for the music, stay for the food, and enjoy the company of fellow festival goers. There'll be music and dance performances that bridge tradition and innovation on 2 stages, along with vendors, a first-ever dog fashion show, and more. The 31st year of the Festival of Philippine Arts and Culture is on Saturday, September 13th, beginning at 10 a.m. and continuing until 6 p.m. For more information, visit philamarts-fpac.org. Join the City of Los Angeles to celebrate El Grito, also known as the Cry of Dolores, taking place on Saturday, September 13th. This year, it's the turn of Council Member Eunices Hernandez to host El Grito 2025, which will include a bell ringing on the steps of City Hall, followed by music performances into the night. Enjoy a community market of crafts and food vendors at Gloria Molina Grand Park, along with live entertainment from community favorites. El Grito 2025 takes place on Saturday, September 13th, beginning at 5 p.m. with performances until 10 p.m. For more information, check out the social media of Councilmember Eunices Hernandez at CD1 Los Angeles on Facebook and Instagram. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
Planning for emergencies is smart, but does the family emergency plan include pets?
Okay, let's get this meeting started. All right, Good morning. Welcome to your meeting of the Los Angeles City Council. Today is Friday, September 5th. We're going to take public comment in person in the council chambers, and let's officially get started by asking the clerk to call the roll. Please call the roll.
Yes, Mr. President. Blumenfield, Harris, Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Jurado, Lee, McOsker, Nazarian, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky. 10 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Great. First order of business.
Approval of the minutes of September 3rd, 2025.
Okay. Councilmember Price moves. Councilmember Rodriguez seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Okay. Councilmember Yaroslavsky moves. Councilmember Lee seconds. Next.
Mr. President, item 7 will be held on the desk until the Government Operations Committee report is submitted. Items 1 through 7 are items for which public hearings have been held.
Great. Those items are now before us. Do any members wish to call any of those items special? Councilwoman Rodriguez.
Yes, I heard item 7 is pending the report.
That is correct, ma'am.
Okay, but just remarks before.
Okay. So we'll hold 7 and we can take up items 1 through 6, correct?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, let's take up those items. Any members wish to be heard? Seeing no speakers on the queue, let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tally the votes. Okay, those measures are approved. Okay, what's next? I guess we can do 7.
The council may now proceed to presentations.
Can we handle item 7 first? Oh, we need a report. Okay. Okay, so we can proceed to presentations then. Great. We will start with Councilmember Price, who has a very special presentation on the 100th anniversary of the Shrine Auditorium. Councilmember Price, I'd like to yield you the floor for this very special presentation.
Good morning, colleagues, neighbors, friends. It's a profound honor and personal joy to stand before you today as we welcome and we celebrate a truly momentous occasion, the 100th anniversary of the magnificent Shrine Auditorium. As your council member for the 9th District, I'm immensely proud to represent this architectural gem, a building that's not only just bricks and mortar, but a vibrant part of our city's soul and a cornerstone of our community. The Shrine Auditorium has long been a beacon of culture and entertainment, renowned for hosting legendary events and welcoming world-class performers. Its walls echo with the history and countless memorable occasions. Within this historic structure resides the esteemed Al-Malika Shriners, the very heart of this celebration today. They are not only upholders of this grand building, but also pillars of our community. The Al-Malika Shriners are deeply committed to giving back. They partner with local nonprofits such as It's Bigger Than Us, neighborhood councils like Empowerment Congress of the North Area Neighborhood Council, and who I believe the president of the board, Julian Berg, and the board secretary, Samantha Berg, are here today. First responders, schools, they are always giving to the community. They give scholarships to students and various government entities to uplift our communities. Through initiatives like backpack giveaways, turkey distribution, and toy drives, they demonstrate a powerful commitment to our community. The most important renowned work, of course, is through the Shriners Children's Hospital. These hospitals provide life-changing care for children from across the globe who have suffered from severe burns and injuries. The Shriners' dedication to these young lives is truly inspiring. Their transportation fund ensures that every child in need has a way to reach the Shriners Children's Hospital for the specialized care that they need. Today, we gather to express our deepest gratitude and honor the Al-Malika Shriners for their unwavering dedication and the immense positive impact they have on our community and beyond. Congratulations on this centennial celebration of the Shrine Auditorium. Now it's my distinct honor to introduce the leader and current potentate of the Al-Malika Shriners, Mr. Dario Gamboa.
Buenos dias. Good morning, esteemed members of Los Angeles County Council and distinguished guests. It is my profound honor to stand before you today as the first Mexican potentate of Alma Lika Shrines in Los Angeles. We are here to express our deepest gratitude to the Council member Curran Price for his exceptional leadership and unwavering support of Shriners Hospitals and the iconic Shrine Auditorium. Council member Price, your dedication to our city is truly inspiring. Your commitment to our community engagement and support institutions that enrich Los Angeles has not gone unnoticed. We're particularly grateful for your role in honoring and recognizing the Shrine Auditorium as it celebrates its 100th anniversary. The Shrine Auditorium is more than just a building, it's a landmark. A step into history and renowned by its grandeur. For a century, it stood as a testament of our architectural brilliance and broadband hub for arts and community. Its famous facade, the graces countless performances and events, becoming an integral part of Los Angeles' cultural landscape. Our commitment extends far beyond the walls of the auditorium. We're deeply invested on the well-being of our community and proud and positive impact of Alma Lika Shrines has had. We partnered with the City of Los Angeles neighborhood councils, business improvement districts, first responders, Los Angeles Unified School District, and many other local agencies. This partnership allows us to strengthen the bonds with our diverse city. As we look to the future, the Alma Lika Shrines has ambitious goals. We're embarking on a renovation journey to preserve and enhance our magnificent building. Our vision includes establishing a nonprofit museum to share the shrine history, opening the auditorium for public tours, and inviting Angelinos and visitors to experience. Most exciting, we're aspiring to make the Alma Lika Shrine Auditorium an official venue for the upcoming Olympic Games. As Los Angeles prepares to welcome the world, we're ready to support the city in any way we can, promoting tourism, supporting business, and most importantly, uplifting our brothers, sisters here in Los Angeles. As a proud Mexican and Angelino, I'm grateful for the city. I have had the privilege of working here, raising my family, and planting my roots deeper, which is every day. Let us continue to work together, build upon this shared history, and create even a brighter future for Los Angeles. El espíritu de Los Ángeles es fuerte. Trabajemos juntos para un futuro brillante. Que vivan los Shriners y nuestra hermosa ciudad. Y como dijo Dolores Huerta en 1972, sí se puede. Gracias. Thank you. Council Member Price, we'd like to present you with a beautiful certificate of appreciation on behalf of Alma Lika Shriners and the Alma Lika Shrines Auditorium. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And let me return the favor. On behalf of our mayor, all members of the council, we'd like to present this resolution, again, in honor of your 100 years of excellent service to our community. We extend this heartfelt gratitude for your enduring legacy and look forward to many more years of inspiring performances and memorable events.
Thank you. We have a member on the queue, Mr. Price, when you're ready. Okay, Councilwoman Rodriguez.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Price. And I want to welcome the Shriners and in this wonderful celebration, this centennial. This is a celebration of centennials today. We also have another 100-year birthday celebration today. And I want to thank you, Mr. Price, for inspiring me. I made sure to bring down my madness hat. Apparently, the Shriners have some influence, even in the UK, with ska bands. But you know, I think about the Shrine Auditorium and that iconic venue. As a music lover, what it has played in the history of Los Angeles. You know, I was first introduced to the Shrine Auditorium because of a very tragic incident that occurred there in the early 80s. And that was when Michael Jackson was injured on the set of a Pepsi commercial taping. My father, who was then stationed at Fire Station 15s, which is right there by the Shrine Auditorium, his station was the first in on that call. And so I remember as a young girl being devastated, but being introduced at that time to the magnificent Shrine Auditorium. And it has since been a place where I know I've grown up listening and seeing musical acts come to perform, and it's a beautiful facility, but it's also been home to so many important civic events that have helped to bring our community together from all parts of the city. And so I want to thank you, because this is definitely a labor of love, that each of you commit so much of your time dedicated to this, not only this iconic institution, but to all of the good work that you do. And I just want to say thank you for your selflessness in making sure that our city, again, has one of the most iconic places and spaces. You do so much in your civic engagement, and I just want to say thank you for the work that you do and your dedication to being a place where the people of Los Angeles can come together for so many wonderful things and causes. Congratulations on 100 years.
Thank you. Well said, Councilwoman. Back to you, Mr. Price, to close.
Thank you, members. I just want to invite everyone back for some Portos refreshments this morning, I should say. Thank you.
All right, let's hear it for the Shrine. Okay, as they're filing out, we have our second presentation today is by Councilmember Lee, supporting National Service Dog Month. We're going to have some special, I see we have some canine visitors with us today to make this a presentation extra special.
All right, colleagues, I think you've noticed that we have some very special guests with us today. Colleagues, I'm excited to be here today to recognize National Service Dog Month and celebrate the life-changing impact these remarkable animals have on individuals, families, and communities. I'm especially proud to be joined by Canine Companions, the organization that pioneered the service dog movement 50 years ago and continues to lead the way in empowering children, adults, and veterans with disabilities. This year marks the 50th anniversary of Canine Companions, and what began in 1975 as a bold idea, pairing expertly trained dogs with people with physical disabilities, has since grown into a national model of empowerment, inclusion, and independence. Yet the need still remains great. Today, more than 70 million adults in the United States live with a disability, but only about 16,000 service dogs from accredited programs are currently in place. That means far too many people are still waiting for the chance to experience the independence, safety, and joy that a service dog can bring to their lives. A service dog isn't just helping someone pick up a dropped item, flip a switch, or navigate a crowded street. They give people the confidence to live more fully and the support to embrace independence, reminding us that true independence comes not from doing everything alone, but from having the right support to do more on your own terms. That's why today I am proud to help recognize September 2025 as National Service Dog Month. It is a time for us to celebrate the profound impact these dogs have, to recognize the organizations and the incredible individuals behind them who make this work possible. I am proud to have leaders from the service dog world here with me, and I would like to personally thank you for dedicating yourself to this mission. Your work brings independence, confidence, and joy to the lives of the people you serve. I'd like to first invite Belen Amaya Morales from Guide Dogs of America, an organization located in Sylmar that is providing guide dogs for individuals who are blind, visually impaired, and service dogs for veterans and children with autism for years, to share a few words. Oh, you're right here. Okay, I'm like looking around for you. So good. Yeah, we will.
Good morning, esteemed council members of the City of Los Angeles. I do want to announce that We Are Guide Dogs of America Canine Companions is also an amazing service dog organization, and I want you all also have a moment to speak. A special thank you to Councilmember John Lee for the invitation to Chambers today, to Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez for her continued support, and to those in attendance as well. My name is Belen Amaya Morales, Marketing and Community Development Associate, and it's an honor to stand before you to present Guide Dogs of America Tender Loving Canines, a nonprofit from the beautiful city of Sylmar. Our mission is to transform lives through partnership with service dogs, and since 1948, we have partnered with thousands of dogs, with individuals who are blind or visually impaired, families with children with autism, veterans with PTSD and mobility limitations, facilities like hospitals, police stations, fire station, and rehabilitation center. In attendance with me today are my colleagues, Cheryl Herman, Director of Service Dog Programs with Program Dog Odell, Sean Childs, who's a Senior Guide Dog Mobility Instructor with Program Dog Valiant, Hannah Bellio, Manager of Service Dog Admissions, Teresa Blevins, Outreach Coordinator with her guide dog Delilah, Natalie and Tina, who are apprentice mobility instructors with Orca and Bexley, and Colleen Moody, volunteer puppy raiser with dog and training Nessie. Service dogs are not only fancy pets and fancy vests, they do provide access to communities across the country and Canada, completely free of cost to our recipients. In a big city like Los Angeles, service dogs provide an opportunity for individuals to experience the community for the first time with the help of the accessibility policies put forward by this chamber. I would like to take a moment to raise awareness for the blind and visually impaired individuals, members of this community, our veterans, our families with children with autism, that they're all members of the community and they rely heavily on guide and service dogs to navigate our high-paced world. If you see a dog with a harness, please do not approach them and do not make any attempts to distract the dogs. They are working. Additionally, if you are in close proximity, please make a friendly announcement to those that are nearby. In our business owners, please welcome our individuals that have service dogs into your businesses. Kindness is one of the greatest factors of a strong community. Thank you again for this opportunity to speak in front of the Los Angeles City Council, residents, families, friends, and supporters. Additionally, Councilmember John Lee, thank you very much. Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez, we appreciate your support. And to our colleagues in the service dog world, Canine Companions, thank you for allowing us to share this opportunity with you as well. Thank you. Good morning.
And colleagues, now it's my pleasure to introduce someone who knows firsthand the incredible impact of a service dog can have on your life, both through her work with this organization and her own life. Alana Flax Clark, Paralympic equestrian and disability advocate. Can we have a big round of applause for her?
Good morning, everyone. September is National Service Dog Month, and for me, it's not just about honoring service dogs in general. It's about celebrating one very special dog who has transformed my life, my service dog, Nico the 6th. I waited almost 4 years for my first service dog, 4 years of hoping, preparing, and dreaming of the day I'd finally meet the partner who would change my life. And when that day came, when I was matched with Nico, he ran up to me and covered me in kisses as if he'd been waiting for me too. In that instant, I knew every moment of waiting had been worth it. Nico isn't just my helper. He is my partner and my best friend. Every day, he gives me independence by doing things I can't always do for myself. Picking up items, opening doors, pulling me in my wheelchair, or applying deep pressure to help my tight muscles. But the impact goes far beyond the tasks. Nico has given me the courage to go out into the world and try new things. From moving cross-country and building up a new life, to competing in para-fencing tournaments, where he cheers me on like my biggest fan. to simply enjoying everyday moments with more confidence. Nico gives 100% in everything he does. He is the hardest worker, the hardest player, and the most loving and goofy dog I've ever known. When I'm out in public, people don't ask anymore, "What's wrong with you?" Instead, they're drawn to Nico. He's an attention hog also. They want to know about this loyal, talented service dog at my side. He shifts the focus away from my disability. Nico, sit. He shifts the focus away from my disability and toward the beautiful partnership we share. That gift of being seen for the bond I have with him rather than the challenges I face is something I'll never take for granted. And Nico's impact doesn't stop there. On days when my health is struggling, he is my comfort and constant companion, never leaving my side. And through him, I found an incredible community in Canine Companions, a family of friends, supporters, and fellow dog lovers across the country. They've welcomed me into a world filled with encouragement, connection, and of course, lots of dog playdates. National Service Dog Month is important because it highlights how service dogs provide not only practical support, but also a profound sense of freedom and dignity. Yet with this recognition comes a need for greater public awareness. One of the most important aspects of awareness is service dog etiquette. When a dog like Nico is working, he should never be distracted. This means no petting, talking, or offering food. Even a brief interruption could prevent him from responding to a critical need. Respecting the bond between a service dog and their handler is the best way to honor the work they do. It's equally important to understand the legal protections that make the partnership possible. Service dogs like Nico are highly trained professionals, and treating them as such helps create more accessible and inclusive communities. Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, service dogs are permitted to accompany their handlers in public places. This could be a restaurant, a store, or even a sports arena. Staff may only ask 2 questions. First, whether the dog is a service animal required because of a disability, and second, what tasks the dog is trained to perform. They cannot request documentation, inquire about the nature of a disability, or purely deny access. These protections ensure that disabled people can fully participate in their communities without facing unnecessary barriers. Nico has given me independence, courage, and joy, but most of all, he has given me love. He is my teammate, my heart, and my greatest source of strength. So today, during the National Service Dog Month, I celebrate Nico and the Canine Companions community for making this extraordinary partnership possible. Thank you.
Now, colleagues, I'd like to invite Kyle Kensing, the PR and Marketing Manager for Canine Companions, to say a few words.
I'd like to thank the council, and thank you, Councilmember Lee, for having us here. And thank you for recognizing September as National Service Dog Month. Los Angeles is such a leader nationwide in issues of culture, inclusivity, and access for all. And today, by recognizing National Service Dog Month, Los Angeles is taking another step in that direction. Since our founding in 1975, Canine Companions has paired over 8,300 service dogs with their recipients, with adults, children, and veterans with disabilities. And we've done so completely free of charge, thanks to the tireless efforts of our volunteers and donors. Our volunteers include our puppy raisers, some of whom are here with us today, and they give their time and their commitment. And having such a huge presence in the city of Los Angeles with our volunteers, it means the world to us. The city of Los Angeles has meant a great deal to Canine Companions. We recently had a partnership with the Los Angeles Chargers with a puppy future service dog in training named Brisket, who's now a facility dog at the Glendale Police Department. And our facility dog program, working with local police departments, is a huge part of what we do as well. And here with us today, we have Officer Louie from Pomona with facility dog Tuckerman, one example of the impact that Canine Companions is having throughout the Southland. Now, as we move forward and look to the next 50 years, continuing to grow our message and reach more and more people, both in need of service dogs and the volunteers who make this organization possible, we have the Collar Scholar program at UCLA. It's one of the universities where students are becoming invested in this profoundly important work. So Los Angeles really means a great deal to Canine Companions as we continue to expand nationwide. So this proclamation means a great deal to our organization. I want to thank you once again, Councilmember Lee, and thank you again to the Los Angeles City Council. On behalf of all the Canine Companions, all of our graduates, all of our volunteers, all of our donors, and all of our staff, this means the world to us. Thank you.
We have some members on the queue when you're ready, Mr. Lee.
Okay.
Okay. Councilman Rodriguez, followed by Councilmember Hutt.
Thank you, Mr. Lee, for recognizing the incredible work that the puppy raisers, the organizations are leading in helping to create an environment that helps so many people that are in need. You know, when I think about the value of what you bring and how you really stretch a dollar, from leveraging the support that you get from all the volunteers and all the puppy raisers, all of the support that you provide really helps to reduce, in many ways, so much of what it would otherwise cost our country for support of these individuals. This work that you do is changing lives, making so many of the beneficiaries of your work actually be able to continue to go on and live a healthy life. And so I want to thank you for the selfless work that you all lead, but more importantly, what an outstanding job that each of you do in really maximizing the resources that you have to make an incredible difference in people's lives. It really, I've seen the transformative difference, and when I think about, especially when I think about veterans with PTSD, those individuals that have selflessly served our country and come back and they have a hard time reintegrating into a normal life. When you talk about kids with autism, I mean, you name it, everybody that you help, it's really making such a transformative difference. And when you think about how your dollars are a forced multiplier in supporting these individuals and meeting them where they are, it's really changing lives tremendously and making people be able to basically be part of our city, be part of our world again. And so I want to thank you. It's really impactful work that each of you do, and proud to have Guide Dogs of America in my district, proud to be a strong supporter. Mr. Lee, this is the 2 weeks in a row you're bringing people from my district into council. But again, thank you all for your work and appreciate the work that you do, and thank you, Mr. Lee, for bringing them in and recognizing this important work. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Rodriguez. Next, Councilmember Hutt, followed by Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Councilmember Lee. This is really a delightful presentation. You know that the West Side is all about our dogs, and so I'm excited to see all of these service animals and the folks that work with them to make a difference. I keep looking, wondering, can you go home with me and teach my little Zeus how to sit nicely? I can't do that, but what you do, not only with the teaching, but the companion connection, the partnership that you talked about you and Nico have, it made us almost cry, because we know that it's the help that you need to be independent. It's the help that you need to be self-reliant. So we just appreciate you bringing this to council so that we can understand more about what is happening in our communities and how we could be helpful. I want to echo so much of what my colleague, Councilmember Rodriguez, said, because it's just true. And we appreciate you, and we're happy that you picked this part of your life to spend helping others. Thank you all.
Okay, Councilwoman Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President. Thank you so much, Councilmember Lee, for this wonderful presentation. Thank you all for what you do in helping create bridges and accessibility for some of our most vulnerable community members. And it's just, you know, it's a beautiful thing to see purpose, right? Purpose for our community members, Angelinos, but purpose for also these pups that are doing some phenomenal work. So thank you again for the work that you do. Thank you, Councilmember Lee, for showing us some of the best parts of Los Angeles here in Chambers today. Thank you.
Thank you. And back to Mr. Lee to close.
Well, thank you, colleagues. I'm going to make my way up there to present the certificate to Canine Companions for the amazing work that they've done. But I want to take this opportunity to thank both organizations for the incredible work to help our communities and communities nationwide. Now, at my house, if, like Councilmember Hutt said, there are 4 people there to service my dog. It's not the other way around. But the one thing that they do all provide and the thing that they have in common, he brings incredible love, just like these dogs. But these dogs do so much more. They create independence for their partners and also transform lives. And I just want to thank them for all their incredible work. One more round of applause for both these amazing organizations.
As Mr. Lee is bringing the certificates up, we can get the next presentation ready. So I'll ask Councilwoman Rodriguez to make her way to the podium for a special presentation, another 100th year anniversary we're excited about, El Nido. I told my dogs this morning about this presentation, the canine one. They were excited. They wanted to come with me to council, but they had to stay home.
Hi, good to see you. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Uh-huh.
Thank you again, Canine Companions. And Ms. Rodriguez, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Good morning, colleagues. I am really proud to be joined this morning by so many of the people that make El Nido work. And we are celebrating another wonderful centennial, and we are celebrating 100 years of El Nido Family Centers. If you please join me in giving them a round of applause. What began in 1925 as a small program to support neglected and undernourished girls has grown into an organization that now serves more than 12,000 Angelinos every year. Over the last century, El Nido has built programs that meet families where they are, offering counseling in schools and churches, supporting teen parents, and providing services that reflect the diversity of our communities. Today, El Nido's work focuses on 3 core areas: economic mobility, education, and youth development, along with family well-being. These services continue to strengthen families and open doors to opportunity. Our office has been proud to partner with El Nido in this mission. Together, we host the annual Tax Prep Day at Pacoima City Hall, where hundreds of families receive free tax preparation and learn about additional financial resources. In 2023, El Nido also launched the Pacoima Farmers Market with support from the City of Los Angeles and the Peace Inn Healing Center. This market improves access to fresh food while creating space for local entrepreneurs, artisans, and community partners to connect with residents. The Pacoima Center has also been a reliable partner in helping us share resources, always making room for flyers, posters, and announcements of all of our CD7 events and programs. The impact of El Nido is clear. From helping young parents stay in school, to guiding students into college, to supporting families working towards stability, El Nido changes lives. That's why for a century, families have trusted this organization as a vital resource. And as we celebrate this milestone, we look forward to its future. El Nido's commitment to families and communities remains as strong as today as it was in 1925. And it reverberates across neighborhoods throughout the city of Los Angeles. And I'm just so honored that El Nido has a home in the 7th District, but I know you are home to many other neighborhoods throughout the city of Los Angeles. And it is now my honor to pass the mic over to our incredible CEO of El Nido Family Centers, Liz Herrera.
Thank you so much, Council Member Rodriguez, and to all our honorable council members. We are so honored and grateful for this recognition of our 100 years of service to children and families in Los Angeles. It was in 1925 when a group of passionate women who recognized that a child cannot grow up twice, that they organized to establish, at that time, a camp in Laurel Canyon to help undernourished children living in Boyle Heights. And over the decades, our services have evolved and expanded, but our mission has remained constant, that every child deserves an opportunity for a secure, healthy life and opportunity for a prosperous future. And our commitment has been throughout that time to go into communities with high needs that lacked resources and to be a source of support and guidance to children and families, because we know the incredible strength and resilience within each of those families, but often lack of resources and support and opportunities. So it has been an absolute privilege and honor to have worked with hundreds and thousands of families over the century. We are just so grateful that so many have entrusted us with their care. And we have some of our families with us today from our Jordan Downs Supportive Services Program and our Best Start Regional Network in the Valley. And as Councilwoman said, we are in a number of districts in the city, including most recently East LA and Metro LA, West LA, San Fernando Valley, and South LA. And we are so grateful to be part of the city's safety net services for children and families. And we are here to support you, and we thank you for your leadership. We are so grateful to be in LA and have such a dedicated, caring, compassionate city leadership, especially at this time. So thank you again. We are so grateful.
Thank you, Liz, and to all of your incredible team that are a part of changing lives for the better. You know, we have to be a safety net at critical times, but the combination of not just being a safety net, but empowering you to be able to sustain and grow a greater potential for your futures, for the futures of your families, is what this is all supposed to be about as well. It's about empowerment. It's about giving you the tools to be resilient, to be able to sustain your families, because that's how we're going to sustain progress in the city of Los Angeles. And that's why I'm so proud of the work of what El Nido does, because we can't just be the safety net. We have to be the resource and the tools to support families for their greater economic empowerment and sustainability. And so that's what this is all about. And I want to thank you for being the lead in that work in the city, not just in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, but throughout the city of Los Angeles. And congratulations on building such a remarkable body of work for 100 years. Congratulations and happy anniversary.
Ms. Rodriguez, we have some members on the queue as well. So, Mr. Price, followed by Mr. McCosker.
Hey, Mr. President, just wanted to thank Councilwoman Rodriguez for bringing the organization in. Really, this is a history legacy, 100 years of service through all parts of the city. We appreciate your support, especially in South LA. And the impact that you make on children is important because it not just affects them, it affects their families, and affects the broader community. And so, again, we thank you for your service and for your commitment. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Mr. McCosker.
Thank you so much, Council Member, for bringing in this great group. And I see friends from Watts here. So, hey, so great to see my friends. You can do a great job at Jordan Downs. And what's really lovely, and it really is a testament to the organization, is that I see the El Nido community involved all across Watts. And it's not just building a vibrant community in Jordan Downs, which is so important, but it's also just being engaged in all of our activities, whether it's healthy walks, safe passages, community meetings. So thank you very much for all of your work, and thank you for making Watts a better place, because Watts is worth it, and we appreciate El Nido very much.
1-5.
1-5.
Back to you to close, Ms. Rivera.
Thank you, colleagues. And on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, happy 100th birthday.
All right, 100 years. Amazing. Congratulations. Okay, as they are filing off, if we could read, are there any instructions for public comment? Or we can move into public comment. Is there anything else we need to do before then?
Mr. President, for the record, the Government Operations Committee report for item 7 has been submitted and is available online in Council File number 25-1200-S42.
Great, we'll take that up immediately after public comment. We'll move now to public comment. Since there's not that many people in the room today, I would ask if anybody is here to make public comment, if you could make your way to the left side of the chamber, house left, stage right. And we'll just take people in no particular order, whatever order you wish.
And as people are lining up on the left-hand side of council chambers, so again, if you signed up, feel free to line up in any order on your left-hand side of the council chambers. As you may see, there's only, all items have had public comment satisfied at committee. So the only thing open today is general public comment. So once you get to the podium, Mr. Candido, this is your first and only warning. Please do not disrupt this meeting or the instructions I'm trying to provide to the room. If you do so again, you may be subject to removal and exclusion pursuant to Rule 7 and Rule 12. As I was saying, there's only general public comment, so once you get to the podium, you will have 1 minute. You can begin immediately, or I should say the clock will begin immediately once you're at the podium. So with that...
And we'll take everybody who's here, so if you don't want to stand online, you're welcome to sit in the pews. We'll just get up once once you see that there's an opening. So, yeah, so welcome. Sir, if you could just state your name and your comment. Welcome, you have a minute.
Hi, my name is Daniel Sosa. There were more ICE raids across the city of LA this morning, but I would like to acknowledge Councilwoman Hernandez, Councilwoman Jurado, and Councilman Soto Martinez for voting against the $17 million in LAPD overtime authorized back in June. This overtime money has been used to consistently violate the First Amendment rights of protesters to speak and assemble. It has been used to weaponize 4118 against protesters, and it has been used to assault protesters and press. This is police behavior that should be unacceptable, but continues to be accepted and enabled by the mayor's office and city council, who should be supporting and sympathizing with peaceful protesters who are courageously standing up against ICE's presence in our city and against this fascist administration. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, welcome.
First, I don't see why this lectern is pointed away from the audience, because the entire purpose of public comments is to address the public and representatives at the same time. Second, you need to choose the proper tool for every job. You don't use a monkey wrench if you need a screwdriver. Now, I'm not especially infatuated with Gavin Newsom, and I certainly don't want to see troops in the streets, but the governor and the National Guard are the tools needed to solve the problem of non-existent oversight. Anything else will just waste time and allow more people to be harmed and intimidated. If anyone thinks it doesn't make sense to ask the governor for a handful of military-level investigators to look into police misconduct, please go to Twitter at MACKERM2 and tell me your reason. And let me just say it's an honor to be here on the Smoke and Scan show.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
My name is Taylor. I'm a protester. I'm on the front lines at the detention center, the 24-hour, 24/7 protest that's there. I wish District 14 were here. A minute is not enough to cover some of the horrific things I've seen and witnessed and heard these DHS and ICE agents say. On Labor Day, ICE actually came out and made 2 arrests of protesters. It's like they're training, they're practicing on us or something. It's weird. They were bragging about the MacArthur Park raid. They were bragging about the job that they have. They're proud of it. I don't feel safe here. I don't think you guys heard me. I don't feel safe here. It's not safe. On top of that, Jim McDonald and Earl Southers, or whatever his last name is, they're all complicit in it. LAPD came down to arrest people around midnight because DHS called them, and they were bragging at the station, watching all of our lives, our TikToks, our Instagrams, our YouTubes, bragging about the people that they arrested. My people, your people. Wake up, fascism, do something.
Every week, say the same thing every week.
Thank you. Next speaker. Welcome.
Hello, I'm hoping I have 3 minutes.
You have 1 minute per person. General public comment. We have to keep the same for everybody. Go
I
ahead.
can't go to one of the issues on the agenda.
So the public comment for the other items on the agenda was satisfied and exhausted at committee. So there are multiple committees here in the city, which is why it's not open for public comment in council today. You can speak to the items during general, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Can you give me 2 minutes?
So we have to, pause this time.
You just
So
keep making up all
we
these
have
rules.
To,
I'm
speaker,
new to this whole system.
hold on.
It looks like you just make up
Okay, I'm going to explain the rules really briefly, and then we're going to start your time. So I need you to listen while I provide the instructions. So again, public comment has been satisfied. You're welcome to speak to them during the 1 minute. If you have, or if anyone else has additional public comments they would like to provide, they can do so in writing at lacouncilcomment.com. You can find, so I'm going to ask that the woman in the brown shirt on your right-hand side, my left-hand side, this is your first and only warning. Please do not disrupt this meeting.
I'll keep going.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I went to that committee meeting where you voted for Southers, and I have the form. The number is wrong. I wanted to call the legislative assistant. The number she has here is wrong. And then I think, okay, I'll submit a comment at where it says LA City Council comment.com. I tried that. Nope, that didn't work. I was supposed to apparently go on to the website, right? But it doesn't say. I'm new to all this. Because I wanted to send each of the committee members a note letting them know that the police commission keeps getting canceled. I tried going on Tuesday, canceled. Ever since the No Kings March, they've been canceling. Either the chief of police doesn't show up or he cancels the meetings. What is going on?
Physically chilled. Public comment. Let me spread a little love around here. Wednesday, Miss Rahman did a wonderful job running the meeting, and she told someone, she says, "You cannot litter in here." Then the city attorney says, "You cannot litter in here." Now, I'm not going to disrespect these officers by leaving this, so I will collect it. But yet, this city council and the previous city council allows people to come up in my community, throw their trash, park, burn the damn place down, and yet you do nothing. Over this weekend, people going 100 miles an hour down Reseda Boulevard. Nobody did anything. And it was funny. I don't think John Lee would hold this against me for speaking out against him last week, but all of a sudden we had motorhomes up there. We had shopping carts. Now, why would someone do this? Now, Mr. Lee, I've been up there for a long time, and I had to work hard for that. And I'll fight you on everything on this because you're doing nothing. All it is a simple reinstatement.
Mr. Candido, your time has expired, and I will remind you, you've already been warned for disrupting this meeting once. So please vacate the podium. So, Mr. Candido, you have been warned already. This is your second warning, and you are now eligible for removal. Mr. Chair, would you like to have Mr. Candido removed?
Okay. Are there any other folks here for public comment? Mr. Candido, please do not disrupt the meeting. Okay, you're going to have to leave the meeting.
So, Mr. Candido, you've been ordered removed by the chair. Any other speakers? So, Mr. President, it appears as though we've exhausted public comment. Would you like to close public comment?
No other speakers are here. Public comment is officially closed. We can now move on to item 7.
And for the record, item 7 was called special by Councilmember Rodriguez for remarks.
Okay, Councilmember Rodriguez, floor is yours.
Thank you. Well, I wanted to take a moment, colleagues. I want to thank Mayor Bass for selecting an individual to serve on this critical commission that I believe exudes the kind of character and integrity that is required to serve in this role. I'm proud to say that I personally had the opportunity to work closely with Ms. McGovern when she was a member of my staff. And she has subsequently gone off to get her law degree and is in the process of preparing to be probably one of the most remarkable legal minds, I believe, that we will ever have in the history of Los Angeles. But I wanted to take a moment to thank her for taking on this role, because at a time when we know a lot of individuals in this industry are struggling, I can't think of a better individual prepared to help engage in difficult conversations and help lead our city in a more productive conversation as it relates to cannabis operations in the city of Los Angeles. And so I want to thank her for her incredible work leading up to this moment today. It's what's earned her this nomination, and I think I want to thank you for agreeing to serve in this role, but more importantly, for making us all proud for the work that you do in the city. And if I know there's one person looking down right now, smiling broad, it's our dear friend Tom LaBonge. And so, colleagues, I ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Seeing no other members on the queue, let's open the roll on this item, close the roll, and tally the votes. All right. Okay, what's next before us?
Mr. President, Council has motions for posting and referral.
Without objection, they are posted and referred.
The desk is clear, sir.
Great. Now we'll move to announcements. Colleagues, does anyone have any announcements? Looking to my left, Mr. McCosker.
Thank you very much. Members, we have a great event coming up in the 1-5 tomorrow. I want to invite everyone to a wonderful community event in Harbor City. It is the second annual Harbor City Jazz Festival. The last year's event was a huge success in our first year. We were pleasantly surprised with how great it came off, and we are building on that momentum in 2025. This year, the festival will have incredible jazz performances all day, highlighted by the headlining Donald's Groove City All-Star Band. In addition, there's going to be food and drinks offered from various 1-5 vendors, such as Cafe Mona in Harbor City and Svingole from San Pedro, many, many more. Parking is free this year. The event is free, but parking is limited to first come, first serve. Although there are picnic tables on the site, and the site is Malloy Park on the Vermont side, event goers are encouraged to bring their own chairs and blankets. So please spread the word and join us for this family-friendly great event Saturday, September 6th, Ken Malloy Regional Park on the Vermont side across from Kaiser Permanente, who is our mainline sponsor, by the way. The event is from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you all there in the beautiful, beautiful regional park. Thank you.
Thank you. Announcements on the right. Councilmember Park.
Thank you, Mr. President. So I just wanted to make a quick announcement. Tonight, we are doing something really special in Council District 11. The Bundy Triangle in Sawtell is a small pocket park that for decades now has been behind fences. The area has been blighted. We've been over there pulling weeds, painting, watering, planting, reopening the area. And tonight, for the first time ever, we are launching a Friday night market. It starts at 5 o'clock, it goes until 9 p.m. This is an area that has just been begging for activation. We've worked really closely with the West LA Sawtell Neighborhood Council to make this vision a reality. So this is a pilot program that we are going to be running through October 24th. Lots of great vendors, groceries, crafts, activities for kids and the family. So come check it out. This is a really, really cool special thing that we have been trying to do for a long time on the West Side. Thanks.
Awesome, thank you. Any other announcements on my left or my right? Okay, I will have an announcement as well. I want to announce a shredding event tomorrow. Now, that may sound like a really cool skateboard event. It's not. It is a document shredding event. So everybody has those documents, those sensitive documents that have been sitting around their house for however long that you just haven't, you want to get rid of, but you can't really throw out because it has numbers and things like that on there, sensitive information. Well, here's your chance. Come to Winnetka Recreation Center, the park, Saturday, tomorrow between 9 and 12. We have 2 huge document shredding trucks. Just come on by, throw all the stuff that you want to get shredded into the back seat of your car or in the trunk, and you can just shred it right there for free. It's expensive to get your stuff shredded when you go out to a commercial place, but this is a opportunity for the community, free shredding, and it also leads to a safer community because your sensitive information isn't out there. So come by for a cool shredding event. If you want to go skateboard later, that's another story, but enjoy shredding, Winnetka Park, 9 to 12. Seeing no other announcements, let's move to adjourning motions. Do any of my colleagues on my left have adjourning motions? Yes, we do. So if I could ask everyone to rise in the chambers, and we will start with Mr. McCosker.
Thank you. Colleagues, I ask that we adjourn today's meeting in memory of Gary Michael Familetti, a beloved member of the Harbor community who passed away this past month at the age of 76. Gary was born on May 19th, 1949, to the late Tony and Virginia Familetti of San Pedro, and he was the eldest of 3 children. Gary attended San Pedro schools and he graduated from San Pedro High in 1967. Following high school, he enlisted in the Air Force. He proudly served from 1968 to 1974 as a staff sergeant, serving as an air traffic controller and also a supervisor of the North American Aerospace Defense Command. After receiving an honorable discharge, Gary returned to San Pedro, where he attended LA Harbor College and Cal State Long Beach, where he received his bachelor's degree in accounting. Gary's education, his excellent communication skills, his charisma served him well in a 40-year professional career. He worked for various companies such as Pac Bell, Coachella Valley Broadcasters, and Bowman Industries. Above all, Gary was a true family man. He was known in the family as the Big Ragu for his love of cooking. As our Italian Americans in San Pedro and the harbor area say, he loved a mangia, which was an inviting phrase often used to encourage guests to enjoy a meal. We will miss his delightful charm and his ability to bring joy and laughter in any circumstance. Gary is survived by his son, Gary Jr. Familetti, his brother Ray, who's married to Kathy and are also really important members of our harbor community, his sister Eileen Grapando, as well as his nephews, his cousins, and a vast network of friends. In lieu of flowers, the family has requested that donations be made in memory of Gary to any charity that benefits U.S. veterans. May he rest in peace.
Thank you. Any other adjourning motion?
And Councilmember Hutt.
I'd just like to be added to the adjourning motion. I know the Familettis do so much in that harbor area, and I'm really sorry for the loss of Gary. Thank you.
Okay. Any other adjourning motions? Mr. Grote, do you have something to say?
Yes, so Mr. Herman, you interrupted or disrupted the adjourning motions multiple times. You are not allowed to do so. While I cannot require you to be respectful during this time, I can remind you that you are not allowed to disrupt this meeting. And this is not your home. Do not put your feet on the pews. This is your first and only formal warning. You will continue to receive warnings during the adjourning motions if you disrupt them. If you do it again, you'll be subject to Rule 7, Rule 12, and removed and excluded from this meeting. I'm sorry, Mr. President.
No problem. We're about
Sorry,
to
Mr.
adjourn,
McCosker.
but I mean, I was going to reopen the meeting so we could hear Mr. Herman's insightful wisdom, but I don't think we're going to do that. So this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.